first question is, what are some habits that you've developed in your life that you're so vibrant, that you have this energy? As I said when we started this, selfishly, what I get from him is, like, obviously the jiu-jitsu stuff is great, wonderful. On top of that, your wisdom to me is even better. So I have some questions that we can maybe just kind of fly through, if that's okay with you.
Yeah.
Awesome. So first question is, what are some habits that you've developed in your life that you're so vibrant, that you have this energy?
The habit that I have is like an education that I have from my mom. You know, that's something that I do. And when I was a kid, I was a crazy kid. I was a wild kid, and I got shaped. Master Helio polished me. When I was a kid, I thought I had a complete belief that I was crazy. I heard so many times people saying that I was crazy, that I was doing crazy stuff, that I started to believe that I was crazy. I totally believe that. So the person who kind of took me out of my shoes was Master Helio Gracie, because he was my mom's friend. And my mom told me, "Oh, Pedro is crazy. Pedro does this, does that." I've been in mental hospitals. I've done electrical shocks treatment as a kid. I've been 1 year doing electrical shocks, 1 year doing treatment. They used to put the electrical stuff in my head, in my chest, and they toss like a white piece of paper with some kind of splash, like almost like a paint splash. And they take this stuff, put it in front of me, and they rotate, and they tell me, "Did you see anything? What did you see over there?" And I kind of, I see this, I see that, whatever. I don't even know what I was talking about, but I was a kid. So I did this for a long time. So I believe I was crazy. I was totally under the impression that, yeah, I'm crazy. And Grandmaster Helio one day said, "Hey," so we are training. He got in the mount position, put the hand on my neck, and I freak out, push and pull, elbow escape, tried to escape. I couldn't get out. I couldn't budge the old man. He was there for good. Every time that I did, he was just lift. And he pushed the hand on my neck, said, "So you think you're crazy?" Well, like this, I kind of look at him. We made eye contact, and he looked right, look at my eyes. "You can trick your parents, so son of a blah, blah, blah. But you don't trick me." Crazy. And that was like, oh my gosh, that's the first person in my life that didn't believe that I'm crazy. I never ever had this done. And after that, I started being afraid to be crazy. I started being intimidated to be crazy, because he was kind of, hey, this dude didn't believe, because before that, everybody else believed I was crazy, because I used to walk in place, macho culture, 12 different schools that I got kicked out. Well, I used to walk to school, pretend I was crazy. Some kid look at me, boom, punch the kid. Why? Because the kid was a tough kid. And that's what I got educated to do that. Hey, and when you see somebody tough, you punch him first. Like, at least he's gonna think you're crazy. And that's what I did. So that's how it changed my life, pretty much.
I mean, yes.
Think about this. If I can, the same thing. If I can feel that, hey, if I understood that when I was a kid, and I got, I won't say cured, because I don't think nobody's 100%. You know, we all have a little craziness.
It's perception, right?
Yeah. Crazy is perception. Yeah. But I believe that if somebody comes to me and I see the kid being a wild kid, being a tough kid, being an aggressive kid, I look at the kid and say, "My friend, you all the crazy people, they're smart ones. When you're smart, you're a little bit different than the rest of the crowd. And people might call you crazy. So if you have a very hyper kid, very aggressive kid, oh, he's crazy. Well, maybe he's the smartest one for them. Bring this kid to jiu-jitsu. Put him in a little checkmate. Start playing with him. You're going to see that he's going to change very quickly."
So what I hear Master Sauer saying is, go out and believe in somebody. Because they might not believe in themselves, or they might believe the opposite. So go out and believe somebody.
Exactly. I always believe. I never, during my 30 years of here in America, teaching, I used to teach kids class. I remember so many kids, so many crazy people that, well, they thought they were crazy. They come to my school, and pretty soon they are very normal people. Most of my black belts that I made, somebody could say they're crazy too. They could be crazy. They could be wild before.
Freeland.
So did you see any change in that?
Yeah.
You remember?
Oh, I remember. Yeah, he's very, man, he's a whole nother podcast, right?
But you think about it?
Yeah.
You think he got improved?
He's the second wisest guy that I know, with you being the first. That doesn't mean that he's not dumb sometimes. If you look at his facial hair, you can see that for sure.
He's a great guy. He's a funny guy. You know, he's a guy you can see the difference. And if we can make a difference in anybody person, imagine how many difference this guy gonna make in other people's life too. Imagine how the power that you can spread to the world. Just think about that.
Yes.
Jiu-Jitsu is a great platform for that,
Mm-hmm.
for sure.
What if somebody says to you, Jiu-Jitsu is really hard. It's hard to start. I don't know if I can do it because it's just hard. I don't have the time. And they keep saying like, but it's hard. What would you say to that person?
Well, hard is everything can be hard. Depend what's hard. It can be hard to drive a car. It can be hard to go in the sun. It can be hard to get in the snow. Depend of you. If you have a mental disposition and if you really believe in yourself, you should. Anything that's hard today, it's going to be easy tomorrow. It's just a matter of habits.
That's beautifully said. The last question, like I said, I know we're running out of time, unfortunately. You've been all over the world teaching. I mean, you brought that up earlier. What do you see as the common thread between people and happiness? Why are people happy?
Love. Period.
That's a great answer.
Yep. Period.
All right.
Do anything you do with love.
All right.
I have chills. That's wonderful. That's so simplistically beautiful.